In this video, we're going to be talking about the COVID-19 vaccine and if it's safe and effective in pregnant women and breastfeeding moms. Coming up. Hey friend, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to our community, my name is Josephine and I'm a registered nurse. I help educate new moms on the journey to pregnancy and motherhood and inspire you to be the best mom you can be. If that interests you, consider subscribing. So let's talk about how the COVID-19 vaccine works. Now, this vaccine is different from other vaccines in that it's an mRNA or a messenger RNA vaccine. Most vaccines in the past have been dead, live, or a weakened virus. And how this vaccine is different is because it's neither of those categories and it uses RNA, which is the genetic code to the sequence of the virus. Now, with this mRNA, when injected into your body, tells your cells to produce small parts of the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Now, the small part that the mRNA vaccine tells your body to create is called a spike protein. So once your body starts to produce this spike protein, your cells in your body realize that it is a foreigner, that it is foreign to your body. So therefore, it starts to create antibodies against this spike protein. What this is doing is actually mimicking the outer portion of SARS-CoV-2 virus, because that's how the virus gains entry into your respiratory system, is with this outer protein layer. Now, if we can go ahead and tell your body ahead of time what this protein layer looks like, the chances of you getting very, very sick with COVID is very, very slim, because you've created those antibodies against this protein and your body is quicker to respond to seeing this protein because it's already been exposed to a small portion of it prior. Meanwhile, the mRNA that was injected into your body starts to disintegrate because it just becomes very fragile once injected into your body. Now, is it safe for pregnant women and breastfeeding women? Let's talk about that real quick. So we know that live vaccines are contraindicated in pregnant women, such as the MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella. And however, dead viruses or dead vaccines are not contraindicated, such as the influenza and the Tdap, which you will see fairly recommended by most OBGYNs to get during pregnancy. Unfortunately, pregnant women and breastfeeding moms were excluded from the clinical trials, so it really is a case-by-case basis with your OBGYN. Now, the CDC says that pregnant women and breastfeeding moms should have the option to get vaccinated if they so choose. However, it needs to be talked about with their provider at the time. Now, I think this is really important to note, is that every person's case will be different with their pregnancy and how they got pregnant. And that's why this is really important for you to talk to your OBGYN, because you could be in a couple of different categories. You could be a working mom who sees people and contact people on the daily, and you have close contact with others. It's hard for you to stay out of crowds, being potentially exposed to COVID. Then I would say you need to talk to your provider about the risk and benefits of the vaccination. But if you fall into a category where I am, where I work from home, I get all of my groceries and all of my home goods online. I really don't go out very much in crowds. I try to social distance. So for me, the risk of exposure to COVID-19 is very slim compared to someone who goes out and works in the workforce and is around people more often. Now, breastfeeding is a little bit easier to talk about. Now, because the baby is outside of your body, you start to focus on whether the mRNA vaccine can pass through breast milk. Now, the CDC states that the mRNA vaccine won't pass through breast milk, but the antibodies formed by the mother will pass through the breast milk, giving the baby passive immunity and longer immunity to this virus. Now, again, I do want to stress that this decision to get the vaccine or not get the vaccine is person by person and needs to be addressed with your provider. whether that be your OB-GYN or your primary care provider or your pediatrician. I think whatever you decide to make with your provider at hand will be the best decision that you can make for you and your baby. There is no right or wrong answer in this scenario. Now, if you have any other questions, you can definitely check out the resources that I will link down below. Remember, it's always a great day to grow. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!